Okay, so I think we hopefully should be good to start. We'll see how this ends up working out because I know I haven't really streamed since the last time. Granted, I'm not really doing I'm not really doing all that extra stuff right now. Like, I'm not doing the actual Halo game, so hopefully should be a little bit easier. We're gonna start off. I'm gonna try to make some of these templates. I have little sticky notes that I have drawn for all the designs and whatnot. So this is gonna be interesting. I should probably oops. I'm gonna pull up this so that I can actually view the stream. So I can actually try to see the chat because I don't think I have the chat working just yet. But there's a lot that I gotta figure out with all this. Oh geez. All right, let's get ready. Okay. Let's start off with some simple stuff. I wonder if I can just... No, probably not. Oh, do that. I might I might do this another time, to be honest. Let me do that differently, because I want to do it more. When I tried loading the first files, it just didn't really want to work. So I don't really want to try to fuck with that right now. Let's see. Where's my thing that I'm trying to find? Death Run. So, I had these because these were from the original thing. I'm not going to be doing that anymore. So we're going to Google Gary's Mod Death Run. So we're going to look up some of these. So there's a lot of good ones. And I mean, we can look up, videos. We can look up whatever. Now, I'm going to just copy these images into here so I can start getting some references together. So I can kind of get somewhat of an idea of some things that I might want to make. Now, for the most part, Death Run is one of the best game modes ever. Like, hands down. I played it in Gary's Mod all the time. I absolutely loved it. It was overall a lot of fun. So we're going to be doing pretty much the exact same thing. Not, literally copying it. Of course, we want to try to make our own. And I got some ideas from coworkers, from friends, in general, whoever. So we're going to see how this actually ends up turning out. Hopefully we can stay on stream for a while. I know I got my doctor's appointment today, so I hopefully will be a little bit better in the future, because my Adderall prescription just has not been working. Like, I can barely focus right now as it is, and it's mind-numbing. It's really taxing. So I got some references. What kind of things did they have? Most of them are like barrels explode, or you're jumping on platforms, stuff like that. Most of them are platform jumping, and you're just hoping that the person doesn't hit the button. So obviously we're gonna need buttons for this. So I have this for videos. This is planned, but I don't honestly know how well this is gonna really work out. Oops. So we're just gonna move those over. I'm gonna move those two up there. Let's start off. What should we start off with? See, it sucks because I need to get a camera that I can have, like, showing what I'm working on, so I can draw on my desk and whatever, and I can have you guys watch with me. But for the meantime, since I don't really have that, I will have to do other things. So if I were to actually follow my own process, production process. Okay, well, pre-production, we have references. I know generally I've already done a lot of the work as far as what I know that I want. The combat, there's not really going to be any combat, like, technically, like, player-to-player combat. Maybe I can do, like, a little tribute to Halo 3 from back in the day when you would have, when everyone would run on that track. So one person would be sniping people with a sniper, and whoever gets to the end of the track can kill the person. Might do something like that. I'm not sure yet. But I do know I'm probably gonna have it so it's like either infection or something, and like only one life, probably. I think that's probably the best idea. So let me game mode infection I'll just do one infected, because I don't honestly know how many people are really going to play this. So maybe I should do that. Built for... It was like 12 people. 12 people's kind of medium. I mean, if you can get 12 people into a lobby in one time, that is. But I mean, if it's a really fun game mode, then maybe it'll be not too difficult too. But the whole point of this is a really easy map. There's no real, like, you're not really building the map. It's pretty much like a long hallway, but with a bunch of different things, and then section it off. So we'll do that. One infection or one infected, no lives. And that'll probably be when you die you just spectate or whatever, you just watch. So that's for the game mode wise. So now section A. Platform can be broken by buttons. 3 buttons / platforms. Section B. Moving platforms. What else? We're gonna do moving platforms, but did I don't have it on me. Great. Moving platforms. What should the button be for that one? I kind of want it to just be an explosion or something. Or maybe have one of the platforms fall. But how do you know which one would be the platform? Side to side. That way it's not going to be whatever. And then stable platforms. When button pressed will disappear for about 5 seconds, then reappear, and button will be null. Okay, good enough for that. Another section. I wanted one of these to be something weird. Power drain orbs, because that I was really wanting to do. D. Then button 2 is gonna shoot Wraith. No. Warthog. Warthog across, not up / down. Okay. So that'll be that, because I don't want that to be too much. Section E. It's been a while since I actually played these. Now, how Halo do we really want to make this? That is the... I could. Alright, section E. Button pressed. Miranda screams. And Giant Lord Hood face appears and kills on platform. Anyone on the platform he just kills. Boom. Dead. I know I gotta make some of these really cursed. Like, it just has to be something interesting. What if I'm gonna do this for possible ideas in the future? I'm not gonna do notes for that. To do. Alright. That is something that I'm kind of curious. Maybe I try out. Because it would be kind of cool to just have Death be literally just a Flood elite infected, just running around pressing buttons. And oh yeah, I need to add that in. Lives infected people have 150 speed. Okay, so that way the infected guys are a little bit quicker naturally. Alright, so I don't know how many sections I want to make just yet. Maybe I should make 7 sections for Halo. I mean, Halo loves the number 7. If we really want to make a Halo, now are we gonna make a Halo 3? What? Let me check some of the bitmaps that we got. See what we got. Cause I know I'm gonna probably just reuse some of the shaders that I already have started messing with. Cause might as well. I mean, it's a lot easier to reuse the ones that I got than to try either making new ones or searching for new ones. But oh, that's gonna take a minute to load. Trying to think what really, if I want to do it just like Halo 3 themed, or if I want to try doing like a few elements from all of them, or what I'm gonna do. So let's go with this one because I have the most work done on this. Alright. Let's up this speed a little. Come on. That should be faster. Okay. Now what am I gonna do? What do I want to do? Let's see. Oh, I still gotta make a little clip for the great part, because if I don't, then it's not gonna really make that much sense. What textures can I use? Maybe let's check up here. Preview. That is not that cool, to be honest. Really thought some of these would be a lot more interesting. Maybe it's because it's a space map. I really probably shouldn't be using this for textures. Okay, let's do Voy assets. We'll still save that, because Voy has the actual Earth shaders, so I can actually do something more with that, as opposed to what I'm doing over here with that. Okay. It's gonna take a minute to load. Alright, let's move that over. Don't really need all that. Now, what have we got? So, alright. I could use, honestly, probably all of these. Is this just great? Like, is that gonna be... I hope that's not transparent, but I don't know. There's a mixture of void... Ooh, now that material I can maybe use. What is this? Void concrete. That would make sense. So what does that look like on its own? Okay. Yeah, I could do that. So void concrete. Let me make sure that this is marked as an asset so I can use that. And then what else? If we're doing concrete, we should probably make sure there's at least some kind of glass material, and then we need maybe grass or something, or some other, we need some other kind of flooring thing so it's not just that one material. Ooh, what's this? Concrete moldy brick. That's already as an asset. Okay, so I think that should be fine. Let me start a new map and we're gonna see how it goes, because alright, it'll be more, hopefully easier to do it this way. Cube, let's do 300 for the width because that's what we want to start with. Let's do that. Let's add UV sphere, B level root. This is gonna be platform. It doesn't really matter that much. Alright. Now change that. Let's scale this down. If it's 300, we need to... Oh, you know what? It's going to be easier just to do that. Alright. So that's what I want. Let's move that up. Then we will add a scale model just to make sure that our scale looks presentable. Origin, oops, no. Also wrong thing. Okay. Alright, so... yeah, so that's relatively good for, you know, the starting area. Now what I can do is, since this is just the starting area, how thick do I want these walls to be? I'm going to put a jacket on because I'm starting to get freezing cold. Oh, it's right here. And yes, I probably could just close my window, but I don't really want to do that because I actually like the air. If I close my window, then it's too warm in here. But that is the price we pay. Let's do that. Lower that because I am different. Alright. So hopefully it doesn't create too much background noise. Hopefully. But I don't think there's much I can do about it. If there is... Oh shit. Let me move this stuff a little bit. Yeah, that didn't really help much, but it's alright. Cool. Hopefully this still looks normal. But time will tell. Monster. welcome in. I see a bunch of people joining. Hopefully it's run fine for you guys. Okay. So, right. I'm just gonna make it according to where he is. So, what I'm gonna do is, boom, extrude along normals, 15, offset even. Now, for me to make sure that this actually is 15, I can come up here, somewhere up here. Okay, it's 15. Good. Now, since we're gonna have them on this side, we're gonna spawn in. If that's the that actually might not work quite like I want it to, but that's alright. Let's do that, then do that. Alright, so that way I don't have to care about that later. So 150, then 15. Boom. Good. Now we got those, so we can have walls and structure and order, peace and freedom, security to my new empire. No. Right, let's do that. Should be good. Should be good. So now, this is what really is going to matter, but the other part we're going to mess with later. So for this, I'm just going to extrude. How long do I want these sections to be? 800? Is that might be okay, I hope. Maybe a little bit more than 800. That's like barely doing it. 1,500. Is that good? Yeah, that should be good. Alright. So then what I can do here is extrude another 15 because I keep my wall thickness even at all times. Part of level design is making sure that your metrics are always solid, so that's why you will always see me doing numbers and I never eyeball it unless it's a model that doesn't need to be specific, like a tree or something random like that. So now let's come up with this. So if I have that, let me put these in my design notes. All right. All right, you know what? I'm not going to bother with design notes. I'm going to just draw it out in person because I'm going to go mental trying to do that. All right. So, helps to have index cards handy at all times, so I can always write down notes, and of course, giant thing of sticky notes too. That also helps. So, 15 wall thickness. First off, wall thickness. 300 meters player area, mainly. 150 meters death runner area. Alright. So then 1,500 meters long to end section. So then by that, if I want to make it a little bit even, I could probably do 500 for the... Oh, geez, now it's getting too fucking hot. Alright, so I can probably do... I want to say 500. Because I know what I want it to look like. Mostly. But let's do... do, okay, so 500, but this time, because it's a door, I want it to be a little bit different, so I'm going to do 25 just for the thickness of the door, so to say. So then I would have to add that to the 500 more than likely, or I'd just do 250 and half, 250 and half, do the 25. That might actually work. Let me write that down instead. 250, 250, 25. And then I don't want it to be that. 125. 125. I think 125 is a good size for the door. 125 door length. And then I'd probably make it, just something else later. But we'll do that. Alright, let me not risk knocking that drink over. So, we have the 150, 150, all that jazz. So what we're going to do next, we can take this stuff. So that thickness is still there. So let me do this actually. So actually, did I not? Oh shoot. Yeah, that's not gonna be fun later. Oh well. Right. Oops. So I still think I moved that. Alright. So 250. Actually, maybe. Yeah. You know what I'm gonna do? Maybe we just do this. Separate that. Make this a lot easier. So much easier when you make it separately and just figure it out later. Alright, so 250. That's one. 25. That's another part. 250 again. So then to do this, so it's 300 for the width naturally. If I want one, what was it? 125. So if it's 300, be like 1.25 or something. Oh no. Actually, I wonder. Oh no, that's not at all. This is going to be some trial and error, isn't it? All right. What is length? Is that? No, it's close, but no. So, in this case, since I already know it's close enough, so 25 divided by 2 is 12 and a half. Boom, 12 and a half. All right. That is the size of the door that I want. Now, in order to make this how I want it, it's going to be a different story. Okay, maybe I make this a little bit different. Let's get rid of that edge length. And as long as we keep these measurements consistent, I won't have to worry that much when I merge the vertices later. It'll be whatever. So I already have these. Now what I want to do is I want this door, how big is this? 87 and a half. Right, because that's, okay, never mind, gotcha. So 100, all right. Oops, 100. I could also have just used a mirror modifier, but I'm not doing that. I will, however, origin to geometry and do that. So, nope, wrong thing. Aha, okay, perfect. That will save me a little bit of time without having to use a mirror modifier. Good little tip for you, if you don't know it already. Mind you, all of these things, some people know, some people don't. I spent so long trying to learn shortcuts in order to do all this, so. Oh wait. 5? Is that good? What's the measurement on that? 125. Yeah, I'll take it. And I can just do that. 15 and boom, 15. Oops. 15. Why does that not look right? 15. I know why. Okay, the only reason why that would be doing that and not being straight means I have something else selected down here. Okay, fun little tip for you. So that looks good. Now let's do bada bing, bada boom. And again, I am not supposed to be doing half of those, so we're gonna do that. So 100, let's see. I think 85 is about the Master Chief's height. Come on over here, big boy. Alright. So 100. So that's 100. Oops. Maybe we do 25 more and then I can just... Oh, wait, no. Yeah, never mind. Let me do that. This way, I can do this. Delete faces. Boom. Oops. Boom. Boom. Combine all those. Then let's bevel these bad boys, because I want this to be kind of interesting. Let's do 25. Sure. Now, don't want those to be quite as normal, so we'll do 15 and 10. That should be all right. I think that's about the size of the door that I'd want. All right. And if I really wanted to, I could, add a whole loop cut in here, bevel it by like 5, and then I can just up that just tiny bit or something. Actually, maybe do it the other way. Oops, other way. Yeah, there. That's good. And then, actually, you know what I can do? Let me just do this. And I need individual origins. What's that? Should be doing individual origins, unless it just... Well, shoot. Wait a minute. Aha, that's kind of what I'm going for. All right. Let me go back to that, go back to that. Is that at the same height? It is. So, now that I know that, actually, because that honestly looks a little bit more normal. Then you can just do this, do 5. Honestly, we'll do 3.5. Don't need it to be too big, because if it's too big, then it'll be too obvious. So that looks to be about good. That's honestly kind of what I was wanting to do for connecting the sections. So then I just want this giant thing right up top of there that's going to be like section alpha, section B, whatever, stuff like that. And, because of the settings that I'm at now, like, it shows it like that. But if, obviously, there's no materials on here. But because of the settings that I have with the cavity and having these, it makes it a lot more interesting to try to model, because at least I can, see some kind of shading to it. So, okay. So, Section connector. And, you know, fun little tidbit. Since this is just going to be a multiplayer map and I'm not really doing this for AI, I don't really need to worry about the pathfinding as much. I mean, making a good map is important, and stitching all these objects together will probably save me some time later, but I don't have to worry about it quite as much, so I'm not going to over stress about it. But since I got this section done, that's good. One of the best tips for when you're making maps on your own, if you make one building at a time, it's a lot simpler than here's my entire area. Let me create this and that, like I already started doing with this. Like I tried making this giant L-shaped thing and I shouldn't have done that. Like that, I should make them separate objects and then add it later, not just right away. Because doing that is not really, it's not gonna work. Because, you know, I already decided to change the scale of everything, so I'm gonna already have to redo this. But that's alright, because everything's a learning process, to be honest. Let me delete these, delete those again. Let me, boom, dissolve that because I don't need it. Dissolve that. Alright, so boom, boom. Alright, so good enough. And so this should indicate roughly, let me see measurements again. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. I don't always think these things through because you can tell, like, I want sections in between the things, right? So I don't want to have how it is right here. I have this one loop, but like this is supposed to be a wall. So for me to do that, I'm gonna have to, honestly, okay, here's an idea. Let's do this a simple way, right? Merge vertices off. So I can do that. 15, then just boom, boom, boom. Actually, I do. Let me just take all of these. Yeah. Then 15, boom, and just like that, we added a wall without fucking it up. So, death runner. So that way I know that. Boom. But I don't want it to be quite, because I want this to extend. Like, let me, oh, I'm not gonna like that, am I? Alright. Okay. That makes that a, oops. That makes that a little bit easier. Okay, there. 15. Oh, jeez. Is this, let me get rid of that. Boom. Am I, okay. Had to make sure I only have that selected. So 15. Then over here, we're gonna pretty much do the exact same thing. Boom, 15. And what I'm doing here is I'm going to extend these because the goal is for the player to reach this. But I don't want them to just see it and have that be like, oh, here's this narrow vision. I want it to feel more open. So, how far do I want this? 250? Is that good? Or do I want 300? 300's kind of doing too much, I think. I'm going to do 250. Boom, 250. Oops. 250. 250. And what I was doing there is Shift R just to redo the same thing so I can save myself a little bit of time. Now, because the other reason why I did that is because I do kind of want to make a little area in here. Maybe whether it be like a little thing here where, you know, people can see in and see whatever. or something else along those lines. I'm not sure just yet, but we're going to find out when we get there. For now, we're really just kind of working on the structure. Now, I have that, so that's fine. Now comes the interesting part, because this part, for better or for worse, I'm going to probably just kind of finesse this. Now, boom, boom, and let's, actually, you know what, this is a little bit high. I don't want it to be that high. 150, that's good enough. Then we can bevel this by 75. That looks good. I like that. Alright, now that we got that, let me... where's 250? Alright, it's about what I need. So, in this, I'm gonna probably just make separate objects. Oh, geez. No. Am I able to... I'm gonna regret this pop. You know what? Alright. Perfect opportunity. Section, connector, backup. Hide that, just in case if this doesn't end up working. Now, I'm gonna turn off all those edge lengths. I should probably make this, let's see, I have Control-Shift-3 for that, so maybe I should, not what I meant to do. Remove from quick favorites. Control-Shift-2, that's groundbreaking stuff right there. I am making a new shortcut for myself. You know, it would have been more impressive if it worked. Not gonna lie. Control-Shift-2. 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 Damn it. Oops. Now, how am I forgetting? This is... Oh. It's because I did the wrong thing. Alright, not Control-Shift. Alt-2. So much simpler. Alright. Okay. That also explains why it works now. Let me save this now before I get to be too far into this. So... do I want to put this in? Do I want to put it in just the generic original files, or do I want... I'll do a new one. Oops, not what I meant to do. Alright. Death Run. Well, I need a name for this one. Ooh, you know what? Because I have something else named Exodus that I've never really been able to mess with that much, so let's do that. Death Run Exodus. I save it there. Alright. So that should be cool. So, how does that work? Did it work? Well, kinda. maybe we'll try something else here. Booleans are your friend. Let's add. Now we're gonna hide that, and we'll see how that works. That actually seemed to work pretty good. Wow, I'm genuinely surprised that worked. The Boolean tool, while it always is nice and it always works really nicely, it also can fuck up a lot. And that's also why, you know, measurements are so important, because if it's just a little bit off, you'll have an extra vertice out of nowhere for no reason whatsoever. Kind of like, oh no, wow, honestly surprised that actually worked as well as it did. Now we're gonna do this. Good. All right, now we're gonna pretend that that's normal. Pretend that's normal. Eventually I need to actually learn a way so that I can like prevent this from happening while it's happening, but until I figure out how to do that, I'm stuck doing it the way I am. That's usually how I figure most of my stuff out anyways, is when I find out what the problem is, I just research what the problem is and what I need to do to fix it, and then eventually I just learn that shortcut for the longest time. Because if you just keep going and just go, well, you know, I can brute force it, you can, but is it really going to be that good? I don't know. Let's merge that, because that's not super important. Oops. Alright, so merge those vertices, and that actually came out pretty good. So let's see. What size is that? So I'm gonna do a little thingy here. Scale that by half. Scale that by 8.5 because I don't want to do it like fully. And then this is gonna be our window so people can see through. So the thickness is 15. I don't want it to be just hollow, so you know you can shoot and whatever. I mean, there's probably not gonna be any guns, but like, I'm not gonna make it hollow, but I want to make something. Because this is pretty much gonna be a slicer, what I'm about to make, and what it is pretty much is, you know, you make the model. You make the model of what you're trying to take apart material wise, and then you put it in there, you put the boolean on, and in theory, as long as it works, it should slice it the way you're trying to. So that thickness, if the thickness is 15, then I have to do this multiple times, so 7.5, then actually, you know what I'm gonna do? We'll do 2.5, then 5, then 5 again, then 2.5. And the reason for me doing it like this, I can come in here, extrude faces along normals. I can do 5, offset even because it's super important. Then that might be a good enough cookie cutter, I hope. One way to find out. Window cookie cutter. Alright, so we're gonna find out here if it works. Come on. Work with me. Is this not... $15. Boom. There. Okay. See? Cookie cutter, and it works. I'm happy about that. So is that even? That looks, it should be. I just moved it out. I didn't necessarily do anything else. So what I'm gonna do is, okay, I see why it wasn't working to begin with. So because the origin point wasn't really set, that's why it wouldn't actually, work. So if I were to actually set the origin point, now I can do that. Hide that again. Oh, right. Let me... Actually, you know what? Fun fact, if you look in the files, this is how a lot of the assets were made. They just did 01. They didn't just like duplicate it and leave the .00 whatever. So then they would have like cookie cutter A underscore 01 or something like that. And then it would just go 02, 03, 04 for however many they used. That's how they did that. So now that we have that, I'm gonna put that up there, put that down there, and then this way, these two I can join, and then there. So then this, what I'm gonna do, mark as an asset, and then I'm going to instead use that for it, hide those, and now the only thing left to do is to edit this. Oh wait, alright, so another nice little tip. So I can cursor to selected, so it's in the dead center. Alright, then pivot point 3D cursor, and I'm going to select this. I'm going to select all, duplicate, scale on one of the axes, X. Okay, so scale on the X, -1. Now, if I come in here and I hit my Alt 3, you'll notice all of these faces are flipped because what we essentially did is we essentially scaled all the faces so they're the opposite way. So everything's gonna need to be flipped. And just like that, we have more windows. So that's how you do that. Really happy with how this is coming out so far. And of course, I don't have shaders on any of these yet. So what I'm gonna eventually do is I'll probably, when I apply the modifier to the main thing, I'm gonna I'll probably make a face separate, and I'll have to check what the symbols are for what I need, but I'm gonna generally make it so it's like you can collide with it or whatever. Like maybe like you can collide with it, projectiles hit it, and it's just a window. But for all essence sake, it technically won't be there, so it won't have to deal with the open edges and all that. But it'll still work for what I need. Okay. I might have to close my window soon because it is freezing. Oh, and I just realized that I have messages. I will be responding. I'll respond to messages after the stream. I only say that because I want to take the time to actually read the messages, and I don't want to stop the stream for reading messages at the moment. I will eventually use the restroom, and I'll take like a small little, not a small little break, but just a quick BRB thing. I'm not gonna put the menu up or nothing because I haven't changed any of my OBS settings since the last game night stream that I tried doing. But if any of you guys are here who were part of the game night, want to be part of the game night, that's gonna be on the 22nd, I think, the new one. I haven't sent anything out about it yet, but if you're here, congrats. You know before other people do. But that way everyone can try to make it to that one, because I know February is a really tricky month because it's the first Saturday of the month is literally the first day of the thing, so it's not really super easy trying to plan it. And let's see what else we got. So if we're doing that, I'm gonna do this. Bada bing. Bada boom. By distance. And then what I'm gonna do, come in here, delete faces, come in here, delete faces. So that way it looks normal. Oh no, what did I just do? Don't tell me that I messed it up somehow. No. What? What did I do? What did I do? Oh. Alright. If I undo that, it's back. Okay. Oops, not what I meant to do. So, what? Maybe I'll just apply these now so I don't have to deal with them later. How about that? Then do that. Oops. Merge by distance. Now we delete these extra faces. Boom. So, good enough. Alright. So that is that main section. And honestly, I kind of want to do a little thingy here. But, how am I going to do this? I don't want to do that. Yeah, I guess I can do that. Not really. Oob. I don't want to do all of that. Here's what I'll do. Boom, boom. Cursor is selected. Just make sure that that's all good. Good. Dead center. Then cursor is selected. Good. So, doing that, let me select the, okay, I just can't. Let's do that. And then do 50, okay, maybe not 50, 35. All right, 35. And I'm gonna turn these back on for the moment. Oh, I'm still okay. That makes more sense actually. I'm still on the 3D point. All right, let's check something real quick. Okay, that's all right. Uh, 45. Scale -1/2. Oh shoot. Okay. Good enough. So I think that'll be okay. And then I can just, you know, oops, not what I should do. And since I want this to be a little bit more off the ground, because that's about the height that I want them to see, but now I want, you know, like a lot further down. So we'll do 650. That should be good. And then, actually, if anything, what I could do is 25, and then maybe not scale, but let's just move. By 25. 50, yeah, 25. Then let's select these ones again. Okay, select those again. Now we'll do the 650. And that'll be good enough for that. Okay. So, I think that should be good. How do you know the length of those? Well, I keep my measurements the same, and that way it makes it a lot easier. So, for one, you can check your measurements up here for the edge length, but what I do is I made sure a while back that I knew how big Master Chief was. So he's about, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's 85 meters tall, 60 meters wide, and about 50 meters or 35 meters thick, I want to say. But generally, I keep all of mine as 100 and 100. That is one block, so to say. Like, that's one player block. So that way I know, based off of that, this is how big I'm going to have it. And I always do my measurements in hundreds, and I keep my depths the exact same. So whenever I'm doing thickness of walls, I always do 15 for the thickness, unless I want it like extremely thick, like a door frame in this case, because it's connecting two different things. But if it's not, and it's just a generic thing, I try to keep it consistent, because then if you have that measurement that way, you can just scale everything to specific measurements, and you can just put your cookie cutters where you need them, throw some things in there, and then you can change your block out into textured in no time. Which, speaking of, I could probably add textures if I really wanted to, but I don't know just yet. Let's see. So I have that. So that's, you know, the section and whatever. Now, what am I gonna do for wall for this? If I'm gonna do this, I might as well try to do it a little bit close. Alright, that should be everything for this. So 15 for thickness, so we can have walls. Then I have 150 for the player. Oh wait, well, yeah, I can use booleans. 150 for that, 15 for that. Then this section we don't really need. Not really that interested in having windows, because I mean, you're not really supposed to see out that. So we're just gonna block those off. We're gonna merge distance, and because there's all these extra faces, I'm gonna delete these, because if you don't delete these extra faces and you're making a map that does require pathfinding, it will count all of these as open edges because they're practically duplicate faces. So it's easier to take care of it now than have it become a problem later. I have learned that through a lot of time of having it be problems. Alright, so that's good. Now let's do it to this side. So starting off 15, 150, 15. Then, oops. Boom, boom, merge. Oops. Alright. I might merge just a little bit more just in case, because I don't honestly think that it merged. No, it did. Okay. It just didn't seem like it did. Alright. Alright. So that looks to be okay. Now I don't need a big door or nothing like that. But we do want something. So we'll move this. Oops. We'll move this out 50 so I can actually see what I'm doing. If I extrude it 15, that's going to be the general door size. So what do I want with this door? Obviously, I don't want it to be that. Oopsies. Obviously, I don't want it to be that size. So for one, let's do, what is it? Door cookie cutter A. Okay. Let me close the window. Shit's getting freezing. Okay. Hopefully that's hot air that is gonna be blowing. But we'll find out. So, what do I want this door to be? I don't need it to be too confusing. Like, it's already a little bit big, so I can take this in half. And maybe I'll just do that. Make it simple. I don't really need anything too fancy right now. So that'll work. So then I can use, let me take this up though, because if I'm gonna do that, let me move this 50, then 15, then we're gonna do, actually, what I'm gonna do is, oops, 3D cursor, duplicate this, scale it, oops. What? Oh, okay, never mind, I see why it's doing that now. Okay, duplicate, scale, -1, then, oh shoot, never mind. Flip, select all, duplicate, scale -1, and flip again. Then let's add another lovely Boolean modifier. We're gonna get rid of those. Then we're gonna see how these look. Alright, so it's okay, so it's not quite what it should be. That's alright. So something went wrong with that. Oop, what the? Oh, right, that's not what I want. Not what I want. That is what I want. So, wonder if I change this. Okay. That works. Weird. Sometimes it doesn't always want to work, which is kind of weird, but... You know what? Here, let's do this one at a time, shall we? Scale action by 1. Ooh, no, that was... It'd be kind of sad and funny if that is the reason why. No, 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 nope. Didn't mean to do that. I wonder what this actually does. Nope, wrong thing again. Well, I guess that'll have to do. This is the one thing that I don't like about using Boolean modifiers, is sometimes they just don't really work out very well. Because, for example, see, now I have this, and I don't like having that, so we're gonna... Oops. Alright. Keep forgetting. Oops. Cool. That works. So now we have that section. So I think that's pretty good, I think. You know? Maybe we can add some more detail in here or something. Actually, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. Just in case. Ooh, and I have something else selected. How wonderful. No? $25. Let's keep these symmetrical. Do I? Yeah. Oops. That is symmetrical. Good, good, good. Now, dreaded question. Do I dare? I think I might. Alright. The only annoying part is now I have to... Oh, let me make sure that this is turned off, because I really don't want to have to deal with that later. Huh. Okay, that makes more sense. I knew there's something that I was just missing. And oh right. Okay. Hopefully that fixes that. Looks like it, I think. So we're gonna do that for one. Do that. That. And that. Okay. Then coming over here. Done. Boom. Boom. And that's already going. Cool. Alright. Kind of interesting to think that this is all for just one section, like one connection area, or whatever you want to call it. Let me do this real quick, just because I'm curious. Okay. So I think that should be good. Section wise, so next up, let's create another modular thingy. Boom, boom, boom. Oh wait, here, let me go on the inside. Make sure I get all that, and then I think I also need these. Cool, so let's do that. Oops. Alright, so death run hallway. Hey. Alright, so next we're gonna start making the hallway, because one of the best ways to make more modular assets is to just copy what you're already working on and just keep making more. So we're gonna do just that. And apparently, oh right, that does make sense. Okay, let's see. Boom. 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 Alright. Then let's get the edges done. Of course, this we might, get rid of later, and that's alright if we do. But at least this way we have it. Better to have it and not need it than to not have it when we do. And we'll just fill that in. Alright, so let's start off with door hallway A. Oh wait, death run hallway A doorway. Alright, something simple. Now comes the interesting part. So if I want all these sections to be roughly about the same, we'll probably have to make these hallways specific measurements. So let's make this 1,500. Actually, you know what I could do? Alright, I guess we can do this. Cursor to selected, origin to 3D cursor, add the mirror modifier, add clipping, we're gonna apply it. Then all we gotta do is get rid of all the faces, and we're good. Just like that, just merge, should be good. Alright, just like that, we created a whole hallway out of nothing. Now, next up, we're gonna create, well, again, duplicate this so that I always have backups. Alright, so starting, I'll do that, I'll do that, I'll do 0.95, then 15, actually, what I'll do is 2.5, 5, 5, 2.5, so that we can then come here, extrude along normals, do 15, offset even. Now I believe this should make for a decent window cookie cutter. Door hallway A, window cookie cutter. There. Now, oops. Let's, what I meant to do. 15, boom. Now let's see how this actually looks with the Boolean, in fact. Alright, cool. That works. Just like that. Because, I mean, we don't really need that much, and I mean, this is just the first one, right? So, for this sake, because eventually we'll make some different variations and stuff and whatnot. But for now, we're gonna start off with that. So boom. Now, because this is, you know, this, we're gonna alright, so if the measurement is 725, how many do we want? Alright, for the sake of it, let's do this. Let me, oh, I don't have my stream thing on. Alright, so what even was it? 725 was it? 727? 712 will do. Alright. So 712 times 2, right? Now I want at least 5 windows. So we're gonna divide it by 5, 284. And then divided by 2 again, that's what we're gonna need. So is it like, huh. Why does it not want to move any of these? Kind of weird. Actually, I'll do one more. So minus 7, 12, 5, 6, 9.6. 5, 6, 9.6. 9.6. Cool. So now we have that. And now that we have that, we can apply an array modifier, do 1.15, do a couple, and 5, 6, 9.6. Boom. So, you know what we're just gonna apply that. We're gonna origin to geometry. We're gonna selection to cursor. And then, where is it? I know you're behind it. Come on. Alright, then selection to cursor, keep offset. And then boom, boom, 15 negative, well 15 in general. Now let's do Boolean, get rid of that. Come on. You're right there. Just pick it. There it is. Alright, so now we have that. But of course we need it to be just a little bit higher. So we're going to do that. We're going to do boom. There. Cool. That looks good. I think so. All right. I can hear everything popping in my neck. Am I done with this monster yet? No, I'm not, surprisingly. Okay. So, got long hallway, we got medium-ish hallway windows. This is applied, right? No. We're gonna apply that. Alright, B. And that's A. Then cookie cutters. B. Alright. In hindsight, I probably should have just made all the assets first, done the textures, and then applied all this stuff later, but oh well. We'll deal with it when we can deal with it. I think there's a way to copy UV textures anyways, so in theory I can just do one, copy them over to the rest. Maybe. Hopefully. Alright, so first off, let's just put that there. So it's connected, that works. Don't gotta worry about that, it just comes over here. Because then I can just do that, and boom, section. There. Oops. Well, that's the nice thing about having set dimensions is I don't have to, oh, poo. Oh, wait, no. Okay, that's actually pretty solid. So, yeah, nice thing about having set dimensions right there. Don't have to worry about it as much. Now, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's move that. Let's move these windows and door frames higher up, because these are just the assets, right? So don't need these as much. A1. This way I can actually label these ones the originals. Boom, boom. So what I'm gonna do, origin to geometry, origin to geometry, to geometry, boom, boom. Let's just make sure all of these are set. Okay. What? Death Run hallway. Oh, right. Because this one's just a backup. Okay, yeah, let me. So. Alright. So, for the time being, I'm gonna move all these bad boys to modular assets. Now I'm going to hide the modular assets so that I have them, but I don't necessarily, need to use them. Section connector 01, section connector, move that to modular assets. This can be 02. Move that to modular assets. Alright, so I think we're getting some decent progress here. If anything, I might make it so that there's a teleporter here so you can teleport to each side. That's actually a good idea. Let me do that. Let me do this though. Duplicate. Scale. Oopsies. Scale. Oopsies. Gosh. Alright, duplicate. Scale. Move that over. Origin to geometry, and boom. Done. Cool. So that looks to be pretty cool. Alright. So this is section connector A01, because I want to save that as modular assets. So section connector B01. Alright. Now, because section connector's in there, let me actually, yeah, I was going to say, let me make this A. And then we're gonna duplicate that. We're gonna rename it to just that. Gonna move that to modular assets. Save the file because I realized I have not saved in a while. That could be bad. For the amount of time that we've spent working on this, I'm actually pretty happy with how it's come out. We've got maybe an hour and a half into this, and I mean, I already started getting the main sections. Of course, this is still blocky, but like, that's the whole point. You're not supposed to just rush into everything and jump into it. Like, as is, I'm gonna have to make the platforms and stuff, make the actual challenges, but this way we have, a starting point, because these sections are gonna be the important ones. So I might, do I want to, yeah, I'm probably gonna have these come down. And then I can just do that. Boom, boom. Alright, cool. Just like that. And there. Now I can, get rid of the floor. I don't really like seeing the floor anyways, but that's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with that so far. Now, of course, I'm going to be adding textures eventually. For now, I'm going to use the restroom, and I'll come back to this in just a second here. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the progress we've made so far. I mean, the whole point is, when you're making maps, the best thing to work on is work on modular assets. Start with like one thing, then another, have them connect. Realistically, you should probably make the things first, and then after you get the modulars done and like the metrics down, then you want to slowly put some materials on them, because if I make a whole map out of this and I don't do the materials until the very end, it might be a pain to just do in general. But I'm going to be right back. Yeah, hour and a half of progress. Pretty happy with that. BRB. And we're back. I am closing the fucking window. It's starting to get too freezing cold in here. It was nicer. It was like 46 degrees out earlier. It was great, but now it just now it just don't want to work. Okay. So I think what I want to do next is, before I start working on platforms and all that, I kind of want to knock it out of the way now and just do the materials. This way I'm not, just duplicating them all later and taking care of it all later. So let's see. Materials. These are not actually what I need. Should all be in here. Oops. I hate how they're all duplicated. That's one thing I'm not a fan of. Alright, so let's do concrete C. I hope that is gonna work. Cube projection. Alright. So, cube projection. Keep this consistent. Okay, yeah, that is... I mean, to be fair, I probably should have thought a little bit more about that. Maybe. Sure, we can try that. So... let's do that. So we can probably just about apply all of that. Oops. That is, I'm definitely going to need a lot more materials than just the few. But, it's a start. We're getting somewhere. Let's see what good materials we got. I don't want floor plate, maybe. Oh, this is going to bug me. Let's change the camera view to 35, 25. Since I'm doing the interior part. Right. So metal floor plate B. That's not bad. Now let's do 150, 100. 85. $80? $50. No. $40. No. $45. Maybe if I shift it a little. Nope. No. Let's move this over a little. Don't need this at the moment. UV editor. Alright. Is this really... How is it not show? Oh my gosh, that explains a little bit more. Alright. Nope. Alright, if I want to see this a little bit better, Nope, 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 nope. I could have sworn, I know there's a way to do it. How do I see all of them? I really do need to find a way to... Here, let me come in here and do it. So I have a bigger way of doing it. Nope, not that. Dang it. What did I just do? Well, that helps. I know I did something. That's it. Okay. Alright, let's do this so I can just even this out real quick. Because that's what I want. Just want to even that out. Cool. Alright. Looks good enough. Now, the more interesting part. Asset browser. Then let's go down, find some materials we might want. Roads? Where we're going, we don't need no roads. Bark. Now that? Well, that's tree. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, that's... Where did that go? Okay. I don't know. I don't want this to be. I don't want the interior to be too complicated. I might want it to just be wooden or something. Like, I don't want it to be too much. Worker town, land, air. No. Okay, do I not have a wood texture? That is extremely sad. I mean, I know I have these ones, but that's not what I'm trying to go for. Huh. Well, let's see what that looks like. It doesn't really look that much different, to be honest. Texturing is always one of the more annoying parts. What if I just swap that out? Will it look worse? Yeah, I can't see shit. Alright. There even. Yeah, that's not at all. I'm guessing that's okay. That's probably from the whatever it's called, skybox. I want to say. What the? Interesting. Maybe that'll be okay. I don't want to spend too much time on worrying about these textures as it is, because the more time I spend worrying about it, the less time I spend actually doing it. Alright, let's add one in. Oh god, no, that's not what I wanted. Let's do something a little bit more normal. Hmm, 50. Boom. Oops. Let's get all of these in. Alright, let's get these to be something different. Don't know what we want different, but we want it different. Maybe steel rust. What's that gonna look like? Is that gonna look any better? Oh, okay, I should not have done that. And not really what I want. Building bits, all this other stuff. Metal support beam. Make vertex. does that look? Little secret, little shortcut. Divide. Solve all these. All right, so what I'm doing is I already have all these textures. So if I do negative that, oh wait, yeah, it might not work quite like I wanted because I didn't do that right. So if I do it negative for the textures, let me see if this will work. There it goes. Okay, that's what I was trying to do. So, because sometimes in order to get the textures to work the way you want, you have to add a few extra faces to get that symmetry when the textures just don't look very symmetrical. This way I can force it symmetrical, and I think that came out a lot nicer than it would have looked otherwise. I mean, it's just kind of extended, but that's alright. Doesn't need to be anything too fancy. It's good enough for what I'm gonna do. And I can probably duplicate that, and eventually I need to find a way how to copy, things over and whatnot, but till I figure that out, we're just gonna do that. So that looks pretty nice, not gonna lie. Gonna save that, and of course this is still just beginning phases. So let's add another material. Let's see what the concrete would. Maybe I can do that. It doesn't matter too much. I hope that it's doing this on the other side. Okay, it's not. That's alright. I'm gonna, later off stream, I'm gonna try to find a way to just mirror all those UVs. I do think what I could probably do is just delete the other side, since it's already mirrored and symmetrical. Delete one side, just make a mirror modifier, apply it, should work just the exact same way. So I might do that. Actually, let's test that actually. Well, actually I'll test it later when I'm actually done with this side. Because right now I'm not really that close to being done. Let's add in, let's get some other stuff. Small door unwrap? Dare I? Oh. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, yeah, that's straight up not gonna help at all. Dirty corner. I don't want to pin. No, because I can barely even see that texture. I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know about that one. I don't know if that texture is actually working or not. It doesn't look like it is. J slatted door. Do I even want to know? Oh, wait a minute. I could probably do some with this. Huh. Alright, 150. Alright, we're getting somewhere. So now, let me actually let's do this. Oh. Okay. Now we're gonna do this. 100. Why is it that this almost seems to be the opposite of that? Maybe it's just darker from where it is, I don't know. Okay, let's do that. Actually, let's do that because that's about as close to the edge as I can get without it actually touching. Then if I were to come in here, just do that, do that. Again, I want to get this as close to the edge as I can without touching. And now let's scale this up. Like 2.5? That seems about fair. I think so. Yeah, it's not bad, not bad. Getting somewhere. A little bit. Alright. Okay. Let's add more textures. Never have enough textures. I have no idea what this is going to be, but guess we'll find out. Oops, wrong thingy. Why is this always pinned? Oh, that's not very. It's kind of obvious that it's repeating. I don't know about that. Nah. Oops. Yeah, we'll just do that. I don't know about that, but for these. Should be boom. Oh no. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. I'm not going to bother with that, but I do want all of that to be the same. So, hallelujah. Got that. What else? Obviously, I want to do more for that area. Ooh, you know what? That's not a bad idea. Let me do that, maybe. See if the grate might make it a little bit better. Alright, now is that... Oh, but then they're gonna see under the map and all that. Okay, that's not gonna... Dang. Bolt pattern? No. Not at all what I wanted. Alright. Floor trim 01. No. Floor plate. No. I think I already have this in here, maybe. Yeah, I do, but that's alright. I can reuse that. That's not bad. Oh, geez, no. I definitely need to get some more materials in here, because the ones I have are just not enough. Dock tower, I don't think that's really going to be what I want, but we'll see. Yeah, no. I don't think so, at least. Is there a way to brighten this so I can see a little bit better, maybe? Oh, well, I guess that's one way to do it. Cursor selected, select all, do that, and let's scale it up a little. There. Oops, what did I just do? Okay, no idea what I did, but we're gonna keep rolling with it. Okay, just did that again. And again. Why? Okay, that's kind of odd. negative. 0.3 positive. All right. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Scale at -1 over here. Oops. Right. You know what? This is gonna bug me. I need to take care of this, so I'm just gonna delete that. Make it a little bit easier. And then this doesn't need to be as rough. I can see it a little bit better. Maybe it's the light that's messing me up. Okay, maybe I just do this and just pick something else. Not having any luck with that. What's that gonna look like? Doesn't look like much. Also, doesn't look like much. $100. I'm just kind of messing around with all this stuff as it is. I don't really have a plan, so to say. What the... Well, that is not what I would have thought. Okay. That probably would... Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay. We're just going to do that. Boom. Boom. Moldy brick. Okay. brick. Then let's get the rest of this to moldy brick. And let's do 100. There you go. That's pretty good. I want to have a billboard or something later on for like section alpha or like some sort of thing to tell me where it is. Maybe I can just plop one in. Actually, you know what I should do? World origin, let's do cube. This time we're gonna scale it by, we'll just do 200, just so it's something. So sky, and then we're gonna flip that, skybox, change it to blue. Now we're gonna come into here. Do all of these, honestly. Boom. Keep transform. Now. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Okay, or maybe not. There's gotta be a way to duplicate and copy the UVs. I just don't know it. Okay. Really? Is that really as simple as it is? Copy UVs. Paste. Oh my god. Of course it is. Alright, whatever. At least I know now. Well... Actually, I don't know about that. Alright, let's do this again. Copy UVs. Paste. Of course it is. Okay. Not trying to do individual origins anymore. Oh my god. There. That actually looks more normal on this side than on that side. That's kind of weird. So it's got the one down there, one down there. Whatever. Weird. Okay, simpler way of doing that. Alright, that goes to that, and that is the bottom. That is the bottom. That is the bottom. So, boom. Okay. Now one last step to do. The top. Because now this one's fine and this one's not. Alright. I'm sure it'll bug someone's OCD. That's alright. Alright. Does that look normal? Does that even look normal? Not quite. Okay. Fingers crossed, I think that might have fixed that issue. I hope. Textures are always tedious. Guessing that this is probably also messed up. Yep. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. That part's done. Now... UV, copy UVs, and paste the UVs. Except something clearly did not work right. Alright, well, one of these ways it's gonna work, one way or another. That is that corner right there. So that means looking for. That explains that. Okay. And now we get to play the mixing game. Wait a second. So that is that corner. So does that mean that this is... No, this is not that corner. This is that corner. Oops. So that should fix that for the most part. Okay. And yet it is somehow still off, I think. Could have sworn it looked off. It's weird because it looks fine now, but... Oh, okay, right. Because I'm looking at the wrong part, that's why. That made it much worse. Okay. Oh, this is getting annoying. I gotta find a better way to do this next time, because after I do this part, I'm probably gonna call it for the stream. Because part of the whole avoiding burnout is avoiding this. Avoiding knowing that I have a problem that I'm just not dealing with. This is that corner. This is that corner. This is that corner, and that is that corner. So now that I know that, okay. So that bottom corner is that bottom corner. So this bottom corner is that bottom corner, which means that that has to go there. That is that corner, not that corner. That is that corner. Is that it? Did I fix it? I think, maybe. Looks like it. Okay. So I think I fixed that. That is going to be the as much as I'm going to do for texturing wise, because I have to find a better way to do that. But I will, however, bring this into the game because I do want to see this brought in. So what I'm going to do is why does it say? Oh, right, because I already gotcha. Export the AS file. Come on. Not gonna do either of those, but we are gonna do that. Then tool structure levels slash minigames slash death run exodus slash structure slash death run exodus dot as. Let's do that. And while that's starting that, I'm going to take the liberty. Oh, right, because there's no material specified. Oh, well. Yeah, 202. Oh, wait a minute. That's. I just realized. Alright. Now let's redo that. Even though I know it's still creating the whatever. So that, we'll fix that, and we'll be able to view our map for the first time. It'll be perfect. Oh my. It might be, okay, I'm gonna be honest, based off of this, I'm not holding high hopes right now. But we're gonna see. Alright, minigames, Death Run Exodus. Let's open the scenario. We'll have to import maybe import Master Chief, I don't know. I think we just need a starting profile and a starting position, and we should be able to spawn in. But we'll see. Hopefully it comes out pretty quickly, because there shouldn't really be that much to it. And this map is gonna be fun. I'm excited to make it. Granted, this is, of course, beginning parts of it. I haven't really gotten that much done. Okay. Yeah, after this stream, I'm gonna probably go make some food or something, because I am hungry. Okay. Yeah, let me save that. Boom. Yeah. Oh no, it's going to be really interesting to actually make this map. I'm excited for it. Hopefully, when I actually make it, it'll be fun, I should say. Hopefully it'll be one of those game modes where I actually want to play it and actually enjoy playing it, even though it's my own thing. Is it? Oh, Wait, did it? No, it already did it, yeah. So hopefully it doesn't take too long to load. I tried making the textures pretty basic so that it wouldn't be an issue. Okay. Nice. That's what I like to see. Let's get... What am I doing? Player starting points. Let's just add one in. Alright, doesn't have to be nothing. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. What? Does it not register any of this as... Oh my gosh. Alright, there. Alright. Let's see. Oh, for crying out loud. Is that why I was having so many issues with the... This is why we follow a process. And we don't just improvise like we do. But doesn't make sense because on here it looks perfectly fine. Oh, unless it just doesn't have enough faces and stuff to... That might make more sense. It probably just doesn't have enough faces to connect everything, which sucks to say the least, but whatever. Unless some of these are reversed, maybe. I don't know. I might have to mess with it later to find out. Because it looks like it's fine on this side. Yeah. Fine on this side, just not on the other. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, it just does not like it. Is there some modifiers that I forgot or something, maybe? Don't know. Shouldn't be. I don't think that that will really do anything by doing it again, but we can try. Yeah, what exactly is this issue here? Okay, so let me see. Warning edges, all these. Oh, wait a minute, I think I know why. Yeah, that, because I don't need the exclamation mark at the moment, so let's redo that, and hopefully that should fix that. Okay. Maybe, or not. Yeah, it doesn't look like it really did that much. Which is weird though, because like right over here, perfectly fine, right? Except for like right up there. But why is this one not working the same? I don't know. So there's one. So that one works. This one doesn't. So what's different about this one then? Because I literally just copy and pasted. Doesn't make any sense to me. Oops, wrong thing. Let me... Unless it's a skybox thing. Is it a skybox thing? But I have... Yeah, hidden geometry is off. I don't know. I'm sure it's probably just bad geometry. More than likely. Ah, okay. Is this? Oops. That would make some sense. Well, let's see if that was it. We'll double check this to make sure it's gone from here too. But I'm not sure. I don't think it would be that though, because I don't know. One of them was fine and then the other one wasn't. So there isn't really much that I can test as far as that, because if one of them was good but the other one isn't, then one of them shouldn't have been good. Okay, well, it looks like these are, back. Oops. What the... Why don't I collide? Oh my gosh. Is material properties, I'm willing to bet. Alright, I should probably have checked some of the settings before I just started dragging in stuff. Alright, let's see. Why? I don't know. That doesn't actually make any sense, because it shouldn't. Because I can still... I'm still able to be on here. I can come over here. Come over here. And there goes that. What? Well, this is fun. Because so far, these types of glitches I haven't actually had to deal with yet. Alright, yeah, before it gets to be too late, I'm gonna call it for the night. I am pretty happy with the amount of progress that we made. Obviously, we still have a lot more progress to go and a lot more bug fixing to do, but I look forward to trying to test all this stuff out. And I'm really happy with the amount of progress that we did make so far. Of course, there's still a lot more to go, and that's alright, but there's only one way to get there, and that's just by keep going. So I will see you guys in the next live stream and or video. I think that's about it for me. Peace out.